Okay, today I wanted to do a video of trails I've been running on recently. There were some cars at the trailhead, so we may run across some people, but I just wanted to make a video of the views on the trails I go on. Okay, so for those who have never run on trails before, first time I ever ran one was a half marathon race, which was very ill-conceived of me, but anyway, this is a very, fairly well-maintained trail. You got your gravel and crushed stones. What you do is still have some tree roots to watch out for, and big rocks later on the other part of the trail, but trails are nice. You're off the road, you don't really have to worry about anything except for other people that may be walking or biking or what have you, and the occasional chipmunk or bird or squirrel or whatever, but you don't really have to worry too much about vehicles. So they generally have a bit more give, so they're not so hard on your leg muscles. But depending on the trail you're going on, you just need to be careful of tree roots and stuff so you don't trip and fall. Okay. you're also kind of secluded from the sun, so you're not too worried about getting overheated. The only thing is, you may have to worry about bugs. Or just put some bug spray on before you go on the run and should be good to go. It did rain recently, so I gotta watch out for puddles and mud. That says 1 mile. I'm not entirely sure how accurate it is. I think that one's fairly accurate if you're coming from the trailhead where I was, where I started from. I watch this dip here. This is where I run into some larger rocks sometimes. As you can see, this trail is behind farm fields. The problem with the raining is it makes, I'm going to pick this up, makes the trail a little uneven sometimes because the dirt, gravel and everything are loose enough. If it rains hard enough, they move, making it a little interesting at times, but just gotta keep an eye on where your feet are going. You'll be fine. Almost to the other end. There's where I don't think is quite accurate. Maybe off by a little bit. 1.5 miles. I'm at 2.9, give or take, because I ran from my house. Usually when I get to the trailhead, it's about 1.4 miles. When I hit the 1 mile marker, it's about 2.4, but that 1.5 is always off by a few hundredths of a mile. And then get over this thing. It says 2 miles. That's totally wrong. You gotta get across the street and get going on the Town of Marshall towpath before you get the 2 miles. Here's the other end of the trail. According to Strava, this section from about where I started to here is 1.7 miles. So to get the 2 miles, now let's see, that says 2 miles. Yeah, that's about 0.3 of a mile off. So gotta run down this road. Okay, quite across the road. Now see, this used to be a railroad system all the way along here. This used to be a train station. I call it the towpath because it goes along Skinny Creek, and they'd tow the boats and stuff along before they had the railroad coming through here, I think. There's a sign somewhere showing a guy in a horse-drawn wagon dragging something in the creek. Now, I actually like this trail here a lot better than the one I was just on. You saw another runner going over there. It's a lot more scenic here. They've got little signs here and there in front of different trees and plants to try and describe what it is, like this up here. Oh, that doesn't have its little descriptor anymore. Okay, this one up here does though. Start running down this, Start running down this trail here. last week because I was looking for more distance that's relatively flat, and actually this goes uphill the whole way. See, there's sign, black willow tree. This is actually all uphill. It's just gradual enough you don't realize it. Because I've looked at my Strava and it says my elevation gain, I get to like 900 feet above sea level. When I started like just above 600. So back to running. Oh wait. Yep, now I've been 2 miles on the trail, a little over. So that sign back there is a little off, but it's going to be a lot more muddy this way. That's unfortunate. I'll have to be really careful. At the half mile mark for this trail. This one goes to 2.5. I go a little ways beyond. There's another small section. Okay, here's one of the tricky spots on this trail coming up. This dip here. That's why they've got the sign back there saying slow. It goes down a ways. It's pretty steep and it's full of rocks. So, let's see. One of the nice things about this trail is a little wider than the other, but they set up benches and stuff for people to use along the way if they get tired. Huh. Looks like someone was doing something in here recently. See, there's a bench over there. And again, pretty much everything over there, farmland. There's the creek down there. There you can see a little better over here. That's, I believe, the Oriskany Creek. Nice kind of calming thing. Hearing the water running while you're out running. And speaking of, off I go again. By the way, I hit 4 miles. That was partly why I slowed down. Not just to give you the views. And there's another nice view. Coming up on another dip. Looks like the other runner got through it and stopped for a minute. See, there's our warning sign again, dip ahead. Looks like we got a bicyclist? Another runner? I think bicyclist, yep. This is also a bike path. There's a roadway over there. This runs parallel to it, obviously. It's all kind of swampy over there. Okay, now we're on to part 2 of the Town of Marshall towpath. This one, first time I ran it, got a little eerie because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Can't hear the road anymore. Oh, there you can. Up there you can't. All these trees, almost like you expect Sasquatch or something to just come meandering out of the tree lines. But still an incredibly scenic trail to be running on, so I enjoy it. It's up here. It's also, you go from this very lighted portion to very dark, almost like you're suddenly running at night or dusk or something. Keep in mind it's currently maybe almost 4 or 3:30. I don't know, I can't remember when I left the house. Let's see. Just trees. Which is nice. It gives you that kind of eerie feeling. something's just gonna pop out. There's the 2 mile mark. Only half mile more. Well, technically like 3/4 for me, but because I go beyond where the trail, quote, stops. And that's not so bad because it's only really one side of the trail. And there's the, quote, end of the trail. And I'm gonna take you to where I stop. There, Town of Marshall hike and bike trail. That's all that way. We'll finish this little piece. Going to the end of this, I think I gain 1/4 of a mile. And then of course 1/4 of a mile coming back. Yeah, you can tell this isn't supposed to be a trail, really, because these rocks are to run on. But I can weather it. And anyone who wants the extra distance as well. There's the creek again. It's wider over here. See a gate ahead. There it is. So what I always do, isn't that calming looking at the creek? What I do is I get to the gate, stop, and turn around and go back. Because as you can see, can't climb over it. It's got barbed wire at the top. The gate itself is padlocked, so I don't really want to be arrested for breaking and entering or trespassing or anything. And it looks very unkept over there anyway. But from what my uncle told me, ways down there is a quarry. That's why this is all blocked off. So another little shot of the creek. I didn't look at it from over here. Yeah, that's very calming. So those are the trails I'm currently running on. I'm gonna head back now, but I just wanted to show you that. Thank you for watching. As always, until next time, remember, we're in it for the long run. Peace and love.